Thanks, Vix. What a cutie. Lovely to meet Jonathan Livingston. Now, tonight at 8:30, Top Billing hits your screens on SABC3, and we've got a special treat for you, especially the young ladies. But we are very privileged to be joined by South Africa's favourite young South African, Clos. He, of course, has just released his autobiography. It's been a young life, but an incredible life, of course, including gold medal at the Olympics. And we are very lucky to get a preview of tonight's show with the man himself joining us on the line, Clos. Very good morning, Chad. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks very much for having me. It's a great pleasure.
Now, you've launched your book, Unbelievable, and of course, Top Billing was there to capture all of the launch excitement. Give us a bit of background. Tell us more.
Oh, for me, writing the book was always a bit skeptical because a lot of people said that, it's an autobiography or a biography. And, for me, I don't want that to come across because, I'm only just turned 22 years old, and it's, how can you write a biography, 22 years old? So for me, it's a book, it's an inspirational book, for all ages, and it's, just my way of kind of, just saying thanks to my fans in South Africa.
A big part of that inspiration, of course, came with your victory over your own hero, Michael Phelps, who, of course, now has announced that he is coming out of retirement. What do you think about that?
It's going to be quite interesting because, he's kind of thrown a spanner in the works with the swim that he did last week, which was actually, the exact same time that I did at Nationals. So, he's actually swimming really, really well. We're both third and fourth in the world at the moment. So, I think a lot of people didn't expect him to swim so fast so early on after taking a year and a half off. And, I'm really excited. I think, I will definitely welcome the challenge with both arms. I think it'll be great for the sport to have him, obviously, back. So, yeah.
And great having you challenged again by him. We look forward to seeing you competing against him. You mentioned yourself that you're a young guy still, but you've got so much expectation on your shoulders. Do you feel that pressure?
For me, it's, that's one of the things that I've always loved, having a responsibility of being a role model. So I'm very, very proud and honoured to have supporters and fans that I have, in South Africa and, around the country. So, I've always wanted to be known as, a guy that's worked hard, in the sport. I'd rather be someone that would race the best in the world and if I say come off second or third best, then, shy away from a challenge and win some competition somewhere else. For me, it's always about racing people on the big stage and not being, not being afraid to race someone just because of the name. I think that's what, in my book, I mentioned that quite a bit. When I went up against Michael Phelps, he was deemed unbeatable, or he was unbeatable for 11 years, and I just believed in myself, and I was basically a kid from, Pinetown who had a dream, and accomplished that. So yeah.
Well, you say a kid from Pinetown, a kid from Westville High, and you had the opportunity to go back to your old stomping ground. We're going to get a taste of that on Top Billing as well. Looking at how far you've come, what was that like going back to your old stomping ground?
Yeah, that was awesome. Westville Boys High have always supported me, especially when I finished school with everything I've done, and even during my 5 years there. So, just to go back there and what was really awesome is they've recently named in one of the pools after me.
Cool.
So, that's actually where they shot the top 20 scene. So it's quite special to go back and work at the Clos pool, which is something that's going to be there forever. So, one day in however many years' time, my kids and, their kids and whatever, my whole family and I will think, there's Uncle Chad's pool or, a big granddad's Chad's pool.
What an awesome legacy to leave. But looking at the immediate future, I'm sure you've got a busy couple of months ahead. What's next on your calendar? Where can we see you in action again? What's next?
Well, we're going to go to Doha. There's a very special training center there where you actually sleep at altitude and you train at sea level. And from there, we're going to go straight into Europe, where we're going to race the Nostrum series, where we usually go to Spain, France, Italy, where we do 3 competitions in 3 countries in a short space of time before we head to the Commonwealth Games, and I think it's July the 24th, starts 25th.
Oh, we cannot wait to see you in action again. We know you're going to make us proud. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Thanks, guys, for the support.
That was Chad Leclos, and you can get the full story and an in-depth take on this young man's life and see what's up in his life at the moment and how far he's come in his new biography, where he says it's more of an inspirational book titled Unbelievable. You can catch that at 8:30 tonight. You can also join the conversation on Facebook, facebook.com/topbillingtv, topbilling.com, great website with some awesome resources, or you can check him out on YouTube, and that's youtube.com/SABC3 Top Billing. There is a massive online community. Join them for that. We're going to take a quick break. More live performances on the way.